Morning, everybody, and happy Saturday. Welcome to the Big T today. I'm Frank. He's Dave. We're going to run you through the 9-race program we have here at Timonium at the Maryland State Fair today. Dave, let's talk quickly about yesterday, big day. $900,000 handle yesterday. It's the highest, I believe, in several years here at the Big T. So thanks to everybody in the betting public who participated in our pools. The early pick 5 paid over $9,300. The late pick 5 paid over $5,700. Pretty good day at the windows.
And supposedly a local denizen of the area. Is that a technical term?
That's very technical.
That isn't even English. But supposedly somebody, rumor has it, somebody hit it that,
someone that is known to us, we believe, hit it, and we could just say that the shoe is on the other foot or something like that.
Yeah, so that congratulations. Yeah, I think it was a local ticket right here on track. So we'll see. We're not going to name any names because
we don't do that.
Escorted security.
Exactly. And because maybe we want to get a cut later.
Yeah, there you go. But that's a great handicapping and a great payout.
Yeah.
It shows you that the pick 5, well, the early one paid $9,300 and the late one $5,700. So 12% takeout. 50-cent pick 5 starts in the open to the early one, then the late one too. So you got 2 chances in the pick 5, so you can kind of turn some winners that maybe pay $4, $6, maybe $7 into a big payoff. You can get that long shot in the sequence or 2.
Yeah, if you can string them together, the payoff awaits you. Even sometimes when all the horses aren't paying a ton. So good stuff there. Big handle yesterday. Big payouts in the pick 5. 2 wins for jockeys. Angel Cruz, Yedsit Hazelwood. Hazelwood now takes over the top spot by his lonesome with 6 wins. Dave, and 9 different trainers on the board.
Yeah, we got Anthony Ferrier, Jose Corrales, and then a bunch with 2. Troy Singh, Gary Kapp, Jamie Ness, Sammy Smith with a big win yesterday.
Yeah.
Very impressive runner. And second out, Hugh McMahon. I think he's going to add at least 1 today.
Maybe
we'll
you're tipping your hand just a little bit.
Yeah, and that's actually going to be my best play of the day, but it doesn't come till later. And then Robbie Bales with 2 as well. So aside from Anthony Ferrier with 5, it looks kind of wide open with a scramble there as we come into the third last day of the meet.
All right, that's the jockey and trainer standings. Why don't we dig into what's happening today. Big day today. Today is Maryland Day here at the State Fair. We're going to have all kinds of kid and family activities to go with our 9-race wagering program here. Additionally, we'll have a rescue dog dash between races 1 and 2. So with some adoptable pups, Dave, you need a dog?
That should be fun. Seeing the pup races, different tracks. But, if you're looking to adopt a pet, we'll tell you more about that a little later on. Rescue dog dash coming up between the first and second races in Maryland Day.
On Maryland
I'll turn
Day.
it over to the Marylander, Frank Vespi. Yeah.
Well, I'm a rescue dog guy, so I'm excited about that.
Okay, yeah.
All our dogs have been rescue dogs,
Great.
So good stuff there. Hopefully Bogey the dog will be watching. All right, let's talk about this program we got, Dave. We got 9 races on the docket here. I've got a pick 5 that we'll put up right now starting in race 1, and Mackenzie will have one that starts in race 5. Maybe we'll see if we get you home here. I go 3 deep here in the opener with the 2, 5, and 6. Got I think a couple. We just lost our ticket. The single that I'm going to have is going to be race 3, Dave. That's going to be the 4-horse Melancia. 3 scratches out of that, leaving a 3-horse field. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping we can scope out the winner there in the 3-horse field with the 4 Melancia. It's going to be an $18 ticket. Maybe we could find it. Anything, guys? Okay.
Yeah, okay.
We have lost the ticket. Nevertheless, let me see if I can read it out to you since we have lost it. 2, 5, 6 in this race with 1, 2, with 4, with 4, 6, with 2, 3, 4. to close out the sequence. That's an $18 ticket. Play along or play against it probably is the play so far this weekend. So
yeah, well, your single's also my top pick in that short field, but kind of disagree a little bit along the way toward the end.
No,
so.
I say there we go. There,
Yeah.
there is the ticket again, singling on the 4. Your top choice there. But I did look at our tickets, and we'll talk about this as we go through the card. There are going to be some points of differentiation, I believe. So. Let's head on. Race 1, $5,000 beaten claimers going a mile. That's 3 turns here at the Big T. We got 1 scratch out of here. Take out the 1-horse Costner. That will leave us with a field of 5. And Dave, you're landing outside. I'm going inside here.
Yeah, well, I think the race is between Sandini and Barong. I have these 2 colts very close, just about a point apart in the raw dog figures. Barong's kind of a horse I've chased for a little while when in the Brittany Russell barn, and then transferred to Farrier, and a nice win at Charlestown, drops immediately down to that nickel spot here. Sandini, I think, has an advantage of early speed, and I don't know. I don't know. I must have been sleeping when I handicapped the Neolithica race yesterday. I mean, how could I not have that horse on top as Lone Lick? I don't know.
Yeah, it was Lone Lick.
Yeah.
And somehow we both talked ourselves into not having him on top. But
same situation. I mean, Sandini is blessed with a good amount of early foot, whereas Barong, in watching him run across town, Laurel and Pimlico, he's kind of a big, long body, kind of horse that takes a little while to get going. So I think the advantage of his early foot may put him over the top here with leading rider Yeds at Hazelwood, looking to add to his 6 wins so far at the Timonium meet. I have him pretty close, though, 5, 6, 2, and 4.
Hey, Dave, let me ask you this, because a thing that sort of pushed me in the direction, and certainly including Tetch, the 2-horse in my pick 5, I thought it was interesting. Boca Chica rode Barong last out, who's going to be is your morning line favorite, likely post-time favorite. He also rode Tetch last out, who's 4-1. He lands on Tetch.
Well, they're both Farrier horses, and Mendez is like 50% for the meet, I believe. So it doesn't really bother me very much at all that the jockey differentiation there. I will say that Tetch owes me a little bit of money because didn't like him, loved him in the Keystat race at a price, and just didn't do much. Then came back to finish second at Charlestown, and then a win at Charlestown, though no price. But it looks like Farrier's got him figured out because he did run a big one against States United back in April, and I thought he was just kind of coming around, learned to relax just a little bit more from off the pace. So, yeah, I'm afraid of Tetch in here, but I'm going to stick with the speed.
All right, so 2, 5, 6 for me, 5, 6, 2, and 4 for Dave Rodman in the opener at the Big T. Post time today, 12:10. On to race 2. This one's 6.5 furlongs. This is a 2-turn race here. These are 5,000 beaten claiming fillies going 6.5, and your morning line favorite's going to be the 4. Watch Your Tone for Jonathan Maldonado, Thais Pastina, one of the several riders with 3 wins in the irons on that filly.
Yeah, I'm leaning to the 6 here, Explosive Exchange, looking for him to be forwardly placed, and maybe she can stretch that speed out here to 6.5 furlongs. I think she has kind of an advantage of early foot in this race with Jorge Hernandez aboard. Good break from the gate. She should be tough in this spot. Watch Your Tone comes off a second-place finish at Charlestown, but I don't really have her close at all to Explosive Exchange in numbers, so the buyer numbers do indicate that she's a faster mare. We'll find out. Number 3, Just One Thing. Kind of laggard in the field early on. She's going to have a decent pace in front of her. Don't know if she's going to get it. I think that Forgotten Gift will try to go from the inside, and maybe that Explosive Exchange will be hot on her tail at some point in the race. A little disappointed in Happy Birthday Corey last out. That was last week. I thought had a chance. The pace was slowed it down, and just really caved at the last 3/8 of a mile of the quarter pole home. Actually just offered little resistance to a sharp winner, though, in Loving Cup. It offered very little resistance on a moderate pace.
That's all very interesting, Dave, but I didn't land at all in the same spot.
Wait a second.
I go 2-1
I have
here.
four horses on the board, and you've got the other one.
So I landed on Peace Out for Billy Meister. This horse scratched out last week to await this spot, lands here. That obviously that last try at Charlestown was very poor, so we're going to draw a line through that and hope this one can get back to the better form. 2 races ago, scored the 23-1 upset. Is going to be a price in here for sure. If the price heats up, she'll be running at the end, reunited with Vladimir Diaz, who won on her 2 back, and her best efforts, I think, put her in the mix with these. I don't think
will be a price.
It will be a price.
And if she does win. See,
and now the one horse, the other horse I got here, Forgotten Gift, who you have at the bottom of your super.
All right. Well, we really disagree a race too, right?
Yeah, we're all over the place. But this horse, interesting thing, makes second start off the bench, second start in a week. The Frock Barn, 4 for 9 coming back on short rest, including with this horse last year. I'm wondering at some level if that last race was almost like the last 4 furlong prep for this one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think she was going to beat Hot Fudge Warrior that day. Paisley singing very back class kind of horse, but I think that her stamina is questionable at 6.5.
Do we have stamina dog figs?
I don't know. She's kind of like a horse who I think will set the pace. In here, that's kind of their only way to go. I mean, maybe. If she can get away with it, sneak away, maybe the rail's going to be super good. Your colleague John Piasek, I think, said the rail was pretty good yesterday. I believe I saw him tweet that out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, John pays attention.
Yeah, he pays attention.
You can read John's picks every day of live racing in Maryland on the racingbiz.com, including during this meet. So.
Yeah. So
good handicap.
We were talking about how honest the track was, and then
and then it was a little speedy yesterday.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's turn to race 3 since Dave and I just can't make heads or tails together of race 2. Race 3, going to have 3 scratches here. Take out the 1 Bella Cativa. Nice win last week for this one, but scratch today. Take out the 3 Style and Profile. Take out the even money favorite, the 6 Nancy Mary for Damon Dilla DeVico. Leads us with a field of 3, Dave. 4, 2, and 5 for me, 4, 2 for you. You're just... I guarantee the winner of this race comes from my top 3. Guaranteed.
Okay. It's probably the 5 because I picked 4 too.
Right. And I singled the 4 in the pick 5. So.
Well, I'm looking at the LLOL, the Lone Lick of Life Possibility, at number 4, Melantia. She's pretty quick, I think, quicker than First Pearl, who's a trier, but second 5 times out of 12 in the career. Does come off a good effort, though, at Penn National. And, I mean, that's basic handicapping, I think, in here. Map to the Moon, did break the maiden, did win by daylight, but I thought a lot lesser company. Obviously, she's going to face today with the likes of Beast of Burden in there. So a big step up for her against First Pearl and Melantia. I mean, there's not a lot to say as far as I'm concerned. She gets to the front, and she could be gone.
Yeah, that's kind of the hope. And she's been facing, I think, better than these in general. Ran in a 40, never 2, tried the turf, couple allowances out at CT. Those are decent fields that she was seeing. So Farrier Boca Chica could certainly find the winner's circle there. So 4-2, 4-2, 4-2, 4-2. It's 4-2.
Nancy Mary out of the race. It changes the price dynamics on both of the runners. Anyway, and was really interesting because she was dropping down, was going to take a lot of money, but we have what we have, and go 4-2.
That's right. You can only bet the horses that are in the race.
That's correct.
All right, let's turn to race 4. That is a 5,000 starter allowance, going a mile for older fillies and mares. Field of 6, 1 change in here. Make the rider of 6 Sandpiper Memories, Marshall Mendez. He takes him out. Angel Cruz originally named there. Otherwise, field remains intact. Dave Rodman, and we got the same horses, just not the same order.
It's a pretty salty little field of fillies and mares as far as their careers go, right? You got Vodkatini, 1-2-15 times, 9-time winner, more ransom. Sapphire Beauty 7-time winners, 1-2, 17 times in there. And I'm going to the outside horse, 11-time winner, Sandpiper Memories from the Michael Simone barn. Didn't carry through on the muddy track after showing early speed. Comes to Timonium for the first time, but the winner of that race, Pink Rose, another solid mare, now a 7-time winner, having won after that victory at Penn National. Has some good races on paper. Was beaten by More Ransom back June at Delaware, but I think as she runs back to her races 2 and 3 back, she'll be tough. Trainer Michael Simone looked up his record at Timonium. He's only started 2 horses here at the Big T. The ship's in, and he's 1 for 2. Last year with a horse named 50%, La Macchina Rosso. So
I remember that horse.
Picks a spot, right? So she's in form aside from the muddy track race, and ship's in to win. You said Mendez on the 6?
Mendez
right?
on the 6. Yep,
right.
Sandpaper Memories.
All right.
You use the 4 a little. I use the 4 on top. Baby Socks, Joanne Schenkel, Thais Lapastina. Lapastina's got 3 wins at the meet so far. Off-color outing last time. Has been away for several months. Comes back now in the Joanne Schenkel barn. Source had had efforts that were competitive with these. I think might get a good trip. There's some speed signed on inside and outside. Might be able to tuck in behind it. And I do like that they're coming back in a starter. Off that race, you could come in for a nickel and you'd be safe.
Good point. I mean, she's won at a mile before, but that was a 1-turn mile at Laurel. Now you've got a 3-turn mile at Timonium. And I've always thought of her, Baby Socks, as kind of a 1-run type at a mile or 7 furlongs. Likes to take aim at the targets. Again, off since February. Will 3 works be enough for her off that time away? At a distance that may or may not be her best. It is her best in distance, but as far turn-wise, there's a
still
1-turn
a lot of
mile
turns
at Laurel. Yeah, a lot of turns to negotiate.
Yeah. I thought had run here once previously, going 6.5. Ran okay, got away slowly, but ran okay that day. So, we'll see. Another horse that might be a little bit of a price. You're using the 2 a little bit, Speedy, More Ransom. We're both using the 2 at the bottom of the Super.
I guess I have to use her. She did beat Sandpiper Memories at Delaware in mid-June. So in range to pick up a check here.
Sure. Right. Yeah. Got away, controlled the pace. Didn't come back. All right, that is the 4th race. A nice little starter allowance. And I believe it's time to pay some bills.
Summer's almost over.
But there's lots of end-of-summer fun at Toyota's National Sales Event.
Go long! Yes! Time right! Manny drops back and he flips one right down the middle. Well done. No, this one's burning.
Right now, lease a Tacoma SR5 for just $259 a month. Or buy one with special financing as low as 3.75%.
Come in today.
Great job, rookie.
Toyota, let's go places.
Semi-quincentennial. It stands for something very powerful. 2.5 centuries of legacy, of civic spirit, and people striving to serve, include, and inspire. The Maryland 250 Commission honors that legacy. So as we mark the semi-quincentennial, we know that the next chapter is ours to write. Happy 250th, America, and here's to the next 250 together.
At Toyota's National Sales Event, we've got a long lineup of vehicles for summer fun. Like Camry, RAV4, Grand Highlander, BZ4X, Tundra, Corolla Hybrid, Tacoma, Sienna, Corolla Hatchback, Sequoia, Prius, RAV4 Hybrid, Land Cruiser, GR Supra, Toyota Crown, Ford.
Buy a sporty Camry with special financing as low as 4.99%. Or get low APR financing on a stylish new Corolla sedan or hatchback.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Transform your outdoor space with Natural Concerns, where expertise meets artistry. Our dedicated team creates stunning landscapes that bring your vision to life, from custom hardscaping to native garden designs. With meticulous attention to detail and eco-friendly practices, we deliver superior results that stand the test of time. Visit naturalconcerns.com and let's create something beautiful together.
You deserve a raise in a contract after all our sponsors.
All those commercials.
All those sponsors we have. Raising a contract for you.
Where's Andy Cashman? I need a raise.
All right.
All right, let's head to race 5 here. Race 5. Race 5, you don't see a ton of these days. This is a race for 2-year-old winners, a first-level allowance optional claimer, going 6.5 furlongs here. Got a field of, I think we got 2 scratches, going to leave us a field of 4, if I'm not mistaken. The 1 is out, Edie's Flame, and the 5 is out, Matoli is Dynamite. Both horses connected to Anthony Ferrier, leaving the other Anthony Ferrier, Irish Jubilee, going to probably be the favorite here.
Let's talk about that colt first, because he's very, very quick. That race at Charlestown, leaving the chute, he was quick to establish command, opened up in zippy fashion around the far turn. Top of the lane was when kind of, I say trouble, but the erratic nature of his running started. He kind of shifted in a little bit toward his left lead, then he did it again, like late stretch as well. So he's a pretty erratic horse, and even on the gallop out, I think I saw him kind of head toward the outside fence. So we're going to see what he does today. He's very quick. He's going to be to the lead, but he's very talented, very fast. That was at 4.5. Today we're going 6.5.
Yeah, and that's kind of, you look at that, you see the 73 buyer, you say, ooh, that's pretty good for a 2-year-old. But it was going 4.5. He's got to get another quarter mile here. Now, your top choice here, Dave, is Our Day Will Come for Phil Capuano, last out winner in Maiden 45 Company of Delaware.
Yeah, a little trouble in the debut at Colonial Downs on the dirt. They tried to get this colt on the turf second out at Delaware. Off the turf, it was a muddy track, and in looking at the video, the track was muddy, but it was kind of a drying muddy. It looked pretty deep. So I thought stretching from 5.5 with trouble on the dirt to the muddy track a mile at Delaware was a big, big challenge for him, and he handled it with no problem. On the pace the whole way, almost briefly headed kind of in between calls, and then dug in to win. So he's got some stamina and fitness under him after that mile race at Delaware, and I think that could be the trick for him to sit right off his speed and hopefully have the stamina to kick in late stretch following the mile win. Our Day Will Come, number 1 for Ruby and the Romantics in 1962.
Wow.
Yep.
You learn something every day. First day we learned about the semi-quincentennial. Now we got Ruby and the Romantics.
You never heard that song? It was covered as well by I forget. Okay.
Anyway.
All right.
My top choice here, second choice here is Mr. Supreme, Jose Corrales, hot riding Yedsit Hazelwood in the irons. This one broke his maiden at third asking at Delaware Park. Pretty nice win there as the 8-5 favorite, sort of dueling and then drawing away. And I don't hate that last out in the Dover Stakes. The winner of that race looks like he's pretty okay. And I think this horse, first time against winners, press the pace, while in the 2 path and then kind of retreated. I'm okay with that. I don't hate that. Comes back here. So the interesting thing, Dave, is the 2 horses with the big speed figs both achieved them going 4.5 furlongs. The 2 horses with the lesser speed figs have gone, in one case a mile, in the other case this one's gone 6 furlongs. I do think that distance, having gone a little farther distance, is a plus.
Yeah, I agree that Mr. Supreme comes out of a salty race, a stake there after breaking the maiden, and he was kind of originally my first choice in the race, honestly. Then I started looking around and saw that Our Day Will Come mile victory. Went back and looked at it. I mean, he's a kind of horse who appears to have a lot of air in his lungs, and he'll be able to kick.
All right, that's race 5. Dave goes 6-4. I go 4-3. And here is Mackenzie Pfeiffer, who will be joining me later. She's got a pick 5. She's going to be singling on the 4 horse here on Mr. Supreme. Then going 4 deep, 3, 2, and 2 in the nightcap. Little $24 ticket there. Hopefully send you home with a big old smile on your face like the guys who hit the $9,000 pick 5 yesterday. That's Mackenzie's ticket. Okay, on to race 6. Race 6, nice little maiden 40 here. This one, it's what we call a puzzle, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little tough little race, but I landed on Jose Corrales first-time starter, Spirit of Zion on the outside there. Filly by More Spirit, who's 10% with 2-year-old first-time starters. Not a dazzling stat, but out of the dam Risey, so that makes her siblings Scarafire,
Yes.
who won on her debut. No, ran a 70. Did not win on debut, but did win the Maryland Million Lassie.
Yep.
Bucky's Charm, a lot of sense. So good family there for Spirit of Zion. And if she's kind of like any of her siblings, I think she'll be worth a play.
One jockey change to note in this race. The 4, Louis Batista, is replaced by Jaron Barbosa, going to ride the 4-horse Go Lang. Dave, you're using Garage Beers and Mo Smokin' underneath. I'm using Mo Smokin' as my top choice here off. Not showing a ton.
Yeah, blinkers go on, though.
Yes.
So maybe you saw something that perhaps...
I think the horse showed a little bit of speed first couple starts, last one no good, but that I went back and watched that race. This horse was steadying the entire way around the first turn. Just that the race was over after whatever 3/16 of a mile. So I'm just not going to sweat that race too much. Obviously, got throttled by Our Day Will Come that day.
Well,
so
again,
maybe if that horse runs well, maybe there's a little hint there.
That's true. That was a muddy track again, and a deep track. Maybe didn't like the mud. I mean, I'd draw a line through that race and look at his first 2 only. Again, the first race was kind of a disaster. Into the turn, as you said, the blinkers go on, a little focus. You never know. I don't really have a strong feeling about the race. I just went kind of pedigree on the 6.
Yeah, this is one you're gonna, if you're playing the multis, you're gonna want to spread out a little bit here in race 6. On to race 7, a never won 2 optional claimer, going 6.5 furlongs here. Pretty salty group of horses in this one, although a couple scratch. Take out the 3 Pay Zone, take out the 7 Foggy Dew, leaves us a field of 5. Your morning line favorite going to be the old veteran with plenty of speed from the outside, Brother Conway,
and a standout dog Vig de Boot. And I'm not too worried about. I'm not too worried about a bounce factor.
We got the dog Fig. We got speed.
I mean, he's very, very quick, and he's shown the past multiple times to duel in heated fashion, the opening quarter and the half mile, and have the stamina to stay. He put together 3 consecutive victories. Now he's in for the $30,000 tag this afternoon, so they've made their money with him. So maybe they're just hoping for the win purse and grab a little extra bonus with the 30 grand on the claim. But he's very quick, and if he's near right, I don't think he's going to bounce, so to speak, after the Karen's Notion race at Delaware. Again, fast fractions there, but did fade that day. But I had it as a good number, and you see he ran 86 buyer at least as recently as June over at Laurel Park when battling on a pace the whole way, meeting bids pretty much the entire trip.
Yeah, and with this couple of scratches, I think that kind of changes the speed profile of the race, the pace of the race. I think Brother Conway looks stronger now after the scratches than I think he did prior. I landed on a horse you just have at the bottom, which is Catahoula Moon. And if the track is going to be speed favoring or Brother Conway is going to get away, Catahoula Moon's going to be up against it. But this one has run a bunch of good races over the years, including a near-miss third against Similar. I think 6.5 furlongs might kind of hit him between the eyes. If he gets to a pace to run into, I think that will be a big positive for him. And Colonial has not really been playing to his running style.
That horse comes from off the pace. There are 2 horses that they come off the pace have a chance to down Brother Conway if he doesn't run his best. And one is yours, but I kind of prefer Uncle Cat in here because his best number came over this track behind Bandcamp last year. Good try against Bandcamp. Maybe not, apples to apples good comparison numbers-wise to Brother Conway, but the fact that he's run well here at Timonium, he appears in okay form, having come off a win, obviously, at the Big T last week. The back-to-back scenario.
It has been years. I got to go back and look, but I have looked in prior years. It's been years since we had a 2-time winner at the Big T, I believe.
That been a while? Okay.
I believe it has, unless somebody did it last year. It's just a lot of times you see a horse come back the second weekend and get beat. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, I like the way he did it last time out, and his best number to me came at this track behind Bandcamp, who was just a terror back at the time.
All right, shall we head to race 8 here? Race 8 is a state-restricted allowance going 1 mile and 16th, 3 turns. Everybody remains in. One jockey change. Meg, the 5-horse, Andre Chavez, going to be in the irons, replacing Heavy on Toledo. Otherwise, everything's the same here. And the 2-horse, Dazzy, going to be your morning line favorite for Jamie Ness and Carlos Lopez.
I'm doing something I never thought I would do in my life. Pick Dazzy on top. This horse always gets play. I've seen her run, called her many times at Laurel. Runs her race and just kind of doesn't follow through when counted. But I think she's found her spot today.
That was my theory, too.
Yeah.
I mean,
no big revelation there, right?
No, there are 2 Nesses in this race. There's Dazzy, who gets Carlos Lopez, a jockey that Ness frequently, not frequently uses, but not uncommonly uses. And then the 4-horse coming off a long break, and he's legging up Matilda Burnham, a rider he does not typically use.
Yeah, I mean, she's gone to the front, obviously, but a long time away. I think Dazzy is going to sit a trip finally this afternoon. Using the 1 in here. She runs, I lost
this
my
town.
Yeah, she runs this town. Look at that. Look at her lines. This is a restricted race. All of her races there, non-restricted Charlestown. Kind of the upset maybe, or at least to kind of save some ground and run in at least second in the exacta behind the chalk. That's the way I see it, but I might be wrong. And
no, I mean, I use the horse in third.
Yeah.
I mean, all she does is kind of run the same race.
Okay.
She keeps kind of churning out these pretty good races, a repeat of her recent form. Probably doesn't win here, but probably gets her a piece of the check.
Golden Lad, that makes her for registered Maryland bred or sired.
Yeah, and she's
Yeah.
got a ton of experience at the Bull Ring at Charlestown, so the Bull Ring's not going to be an issue here.
Okay.
So I think she's usable for sure. 2-1-3-5, says Dave Rodman. I go 2-4-1-5. Do you want to say anything about Genie and a Bridle?
Comes off a win and an impressive win. I don't know. I think I stated on the show last week I did not like her at all. Well, she promptly won by 8.5 under wraps.
Well done.
At 70 cents to
you
a dollar.
put her right in the
right
winner's
in the winner's
circle.
circle. I thought she was overbet last week. But, drop again. Another one coming back with short rest off that week. All right.
Huge class test here.
I want to get to my best
Nick
play of the day. That's
all
what
right.
I want to get
all
to.
Right. Well, that's all right.
Come
we're done.
on.
We're done with race 8. Let's go to race 9. Race 9, maiden 40s. These are older horses going a half mile. And you want to take out the 5 Warriors Notion, the 6 Doug's Triumph, the 8 Teddy P. Jockey switch Brasino off of the 3-horse That's Tap, Raul Mena in the irons. The remaining favorite in the morning line is Bernie the Star, the 7-horse, who sure has had some opportunities.
Many opportunities. Beaten favorite last 3 starts at various distances. At Charlestown, 4.5 sprint, 6.5 at CT, even 7/8 of a mile. She seems to just get out there or try to get out there and just doesn't have that last 70 yards in her, I don't know. I mean, today could be the day, 11th time is the charm. But I really like the first time gelding in here, number 1, built by Kozan for the Hugh McMahon barn. Thanks to Stats Race Lens, first time gelding in dirt sprints. That really narrows it down. For Hugh McMahon,
and
the last 5 years, 25 starters and 4 wins with a positive return on investment, and he's very fast. I think fasted, if he breaks from the gate right away, I mean, he's going to be trouble for Bernie the Star. I really like him in this spot. loved him at Laurel back in January. I remember going on the air there and liking him at 25-1 in a dirt sprint. He's very quick, 22-1, 45 and 4 at Laurel there. I think that'll translate to that half-mile lick at Timonium.
I land in the same place. I like this horse. This is his first time on the dirt in for a tag since that January race where he ran really well, and the horse that beat him, Daring Venture, was a $275,000 auction purchase that was not in for the tag. So I think that was a really good effort there, and a repeat of that I think probably will be good.
First gelding on the dirt. Hugh McMahon has done it before with a horse named Bjorn, Bull Shark, Quick Wit. Not that it means anything to today, but just want to, I did my homework. I earned my pay. All right.
That's it. Right. You get a race too, Dave.
And a contract.
And a contract. All right. All right. So Dave Rodman and I, we disagree on a number of races today, but we are in lockstep on the nightcap, 1, 7, and 3. Anything else, Dave?
That's about it. We got to do the national anthem, the changes, lots to do. Pup race between 1 and 2. And some good racing today.
All right, lots to do today. As Dave just said, we're 27 minutes to race 1. Dave will be back momentarily with scratches and changes, and Mackenzie Pfeiffer and I will be on in a little bit. 26 to post, race 1, Timonium. Good luck today, everybody.
Good luck. Good morning and welcome to Timonium, where the track is fast. Temperature 68 degrees, sunny skies. Here's a look at your program changes for Timonium. In the first race, scratch 1, Costner. 1, Costner, scratched, first race. Second race, number 2, Peace Out, jockey Yeds at Hazelwood. Yeds at Hazelwood. On 2, Peace Out. Third race, scratch 1, Bella Cativa, 3, Style and Profile. Scratch the 6, Nancy Mary. Fourth race, number 6, Sandpiper Memories, jockey Marshall Mendez. Marshall Mendez. On the 6, Sandpiper Memories. In the fifth race, scratch 1, Edie's Flame. Scratch the 5, Matoli's Dynamite. In the sixth race, number 4, Go Lang, jockey Giron Barbosa. 6, Spirit of Zion is 3 over. Seventh race, scratch 3, Pay Zone. Scratch 7, Foggy Dew. Eighth race, 5, Meg, jockey Andres Chavez. Andres Chavez on 5, Meg. Ninth race, 3, That's Tap, jockey Raul Mena. Raul Mena on 3, That's Tap. Scratch 5, Warrior's Notion. 6, Doug's Triumph, and scratch the 8, Teddy P. The track is fast. 23 minutes to post time. Good luck today at Timonium.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed.